Welcome back to Resident Evil. So I think last time I said something about not using the shotgun again until like a couple episodes from now. I forgot that I used it in this episode, so I don't need shells, I only need one shot. Let's continue our quest to use the armor key up. There's only two more doors, actually. And I've been doing things in a very particular order, because I figured this might be the best way to do it. But I saved one door in particular for last. My treks in and out of that door are quite complex and complicated, but you might get my reasoning in time. Or not, because I'm a convoluted and complicated person. In reality, I'm a simple man. It's just I make things more complicated than they need to be at times. But let's go into this shiny blue door, shall we? Alright, what do we got here? Well, the solution's quite obvious. Let's trip the trap anyway and see what happens. Yeah, that was obviously going to happen, wasn't it? Ah, well, the first injury I take was just to be stupid. I have no idea why I wanted to do that. Maybe because for once I wanted Jill's actions to make a little bit of sense. Because a lot of the things that I do because I know the outcome beforehand. And so Jill just looks either precognizant or a lot of her actions just don't make sense and she gets really lucky. Now you push the statues over the tops of these, and for whatever reason this changes the outcome. I thought it would have been cool if that would have lowered as the poison gas was filling the room. You know, the only real thing you suffer is damage for not solving the trap, but you can still get the item. Why is there like little sensors in the room that detect the buttons pushed but no poison's coming out? Well, I guess it was the 90s and that technology probably would have existed. I mean, that technology probably would have existed well before the 90s. I don't know the history of poison detection technology, so you'll have to forgive me. Last room for the armor key. We get this handy little thing that tells us it's useful and to discard. Again, that's really nonsensical. Like, how does Jill know that there's no more use for that key? There are other locked doors. What if there's an armor key behind one of the locked doors? But, you know, it's a video game. No, there aren't. You know, the key is useless, and that's only there to free up inventory space, so you don't have to worry about hauling around this useless key. You can just throw it away. Yeah, so I forgot about these herbs when I planned my inventory out. Otherwise I would have left the herb behind. Oh, well, it didn't hinder me too much.
Richard! What happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
I want to find the man who wrote the dialogue in this game and become best friends with that man. As the dialogue in this game is awesome. And props to the voice actors too. I love this game so much. But oh no, Richard! The only Hispanic in the game. His name is Richard. Not even Enrico is Hispanic. Not by the sound of his voice when we meet him. But Richard's dying of poison. He was bit by a giant snake. That was a lot of fang marks too, wouldn't you say? Most fangs just come in pairs. That was an entire mouthful. And that snake had to be quite scary. I hope we don't meet that thing anytime soon. But we need to go get the serum from that room. And this is a timed thing, so hopefully you remember where it was and how to get there. The time limit's quite generous. It's just, you know, you might forget. Honestly, in most cases, I think you run the timer out intentionally just to see how the thing ends, but you get punished for doing that, and there's a semi-kind of reward for getting the serum to him while he's still alive. Oh, that might be a spoiler. Yeah, I'll take the serum. Then I'll play inventory management, since I'm here. Ah, well. I'll be back for the sun crest later. I think that's actually the last crest that I place in there. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. No, I probably have the moon crest around the time that I grabbed the sun crest. So I had 2 crests in my inventory when I went through that door. It's a shame. I at least managed to save some time in inventory space, though. If I remember my inventory right, it didn't matter too much. Yeah, that leaves the moon crest, which we will be getting this part. In fact, now that I remember the end of this video, yeah, I'll have the sun crest and the moon crest in my inventory at the same time. I don't know why I'm obsessing over this. Well, this isn't too bad of a timed quest. Chris's scenario has an interesting take on this same concept. But let's go get Richard his serum.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it.
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
But seriously, though, wouldn't something more like Ricardo be a little better than Richard for the only Hispanic person in the game? Oh, well, I don't know if that's true or not. Rolling 2 R's in the same word is really hard. My English tongue is just not used to it. Ah, well, let's pull out the shotgun for the only thing up here that I need the shotgun for. And that includes the boss fight. Bam! And before his body even hits the ground, I've got the pistol back out. I brought the lighter because this is the second and last room we need the lighter for. And this room is a little bizarre. I don't know what this room is. It's in the attic. But it looks like some sort of dining room. I don't know. But hidden behind this thing is another thing. Like a cabinet, I guess. It's too dark to see. Hopefully you have the lighter and think to even do this. Yeah. This is a completely optional room, though. You don't need what's in here. However, hard to pass up acid rounds. They're one of the best weapons in the game. And over here, in this, whatever this is, maybe it's a locker? I don't know. Another magazine. Which, funny enough, I'm done using the pistol. I won't be using the pistol anymore, so I had a lot of ammo left over for that, but as of the next episode, we'll be switching to the shotgun as our primary weapon. Shield door. This is the only shield door in the game. It's behind an armor door. But speaking of... No, wait a minute. How did Richard even get back here? Did he have an armor key as well? I've never thought of that before. How did Richard get back here? What's up with that? Ah, why'd I have to go and notice something like that? Because that's just gonna bother me now. Gonna lie awake at night thinking about this. What did he unlock the door, go inside, then lock it again? How did he get back there? There's only one armor key. Ah, well. I just better not get hung up on that. No matter how much it bothers me. Ah, well. It gave me something to complain about while I was going back to the room I was just in. Ah, Resident Evil. Your limited inventory makes us do things like this. And it's... and I had to leave stuff behind because I wanted to go in that room and get the acid rounds. And I needed the lighter in my inventory to do that. It's so annoying. And listen to me, that's like the epitome of the first world right there. Oh, I could have probably cut this out, to be honest. I don't even know why I kept the pistol in my inventory. I knew for sure that I wasn't going to be using it anymore. Maybe I didn't know for sure. Maybe I just wasn't thinking ahead and I'm using the, 20/20 hindsight that I have to realize that I'm never going to use the pistol again. But the quest for the shield key is going to bring us back to the starting area, the dining room. We're going to take that emblem on the wall. We're going to finally go to the end of this hallway and find out what's up with those double doors at the end. You might have noticed those, and if you've never played the game, you might not know what's up with those. We're about to find out what's up with those. And what's up with the emblem that's been there since the very beginning. It's probably the first item you would, take on a blind playthrough. The first time you ever played the game, you probably took that emblem and had it in your inventory this entire time. And if you're Jill, you might have been able to get the shield key pretty quick, but yeah, the double doors are locked from the inside. You can't actually go this way yet. There's this door right here, though. We can lockpick it because we're Jill. Chris has to have the sword key. That sword key makes Chris's playthrough so different. It does force, the same, path at the very beginning. And here I am, exploring this room. Talking like a madman. I'm going from point to point, man. So let's take the overrated piano music. Now, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy the Moonlight Sonata. But that is one of the most overrated pieces of piano music in the history of ever. At least, in modern times. I don't know why people associate it with horror so much. It's not that haunting of a piece in my mind. And this stands as a good example of what I mean when I say, was talking about just doing things in this game because you're the player. Why did Jill do this? What made Jill think this was a good idea? Obviously the player's gonna do it because the player has puzzles in mind, and I guess maybe Jill does at this point, but it's so unusual. Like, some of the puzzles in this game are really unusual. Like, just find the item in the same room as you're going to use it and use it in the right context, and Jill will for some reason just start playing the piano and then switch these items, you know, Indiana Jones style. But we have the golden emblem, and that's what we need to get the shield key. As soon as I stop running into walls and talking about the oddities of video game logic. And the puzzle for the shield key just involved swapping 2 emblems. But yeah, that means we're going through the shield key door in the same episode that we found Richard. And I'm not gonna lie, he found a way past the shield key door as well, because that's where he got bit. We're about to encounter the first boss in Resident Evil, the giant snake. How did he manage to... Oh. See, and now that I've noticed it, and I noticed that he got past not 1, but 2 locked doors, both of which only have 1 key that you needed to get past specific puzzles to get. And not only that, he locked both the doors again. What is up with that? That's... Oh... I'm just not going to think about it. Not until it's like 4 in the morning and I'm trying to go to sleep. Except 4 in the morning for me is 4 in the afternoon for most people, because I work the overnight shift, but that's beside the point. You know how it goes. Something gets on your mind, and your mind just won't let it go, and you just want to go to sleep, but you won't let it go. You know? How did he get back there? Oh, and Remake doesn't exactly answer that, does it? Oh well. Let's go to the first boss fight, and you can see me get a little squirrely. Because I've only got the pistol equipped. And you can either fight the boss fight, but you don't actually have to. Now, I've never done this before without getting bit. Like, that's a pain in the ass. Not getting bit during this fight, so... But you can do it without fighting. And you'll get bit less if you don't fight. This is one of the most poorly planned fights in the history of fights. Maybe you weren't actually supposed to fight it, but your later encounter with the same boss suggests that you were supposed to. This room gives me anxiety just looking at it. Oh. Here he is. The giant snake. Richard's giant snake. Anyway, just lure him over here, run past him, but this leaves you trapped in the back. This is why it's really hard not to get bit. And now I'm stuck back here, and I don't know how to get out, and I need to, I don't know, I need to consult my spirit guide real quick. Ah! Squirrel tactic! Alright then, when in doubt. Yep. Oh, I got it. I've never managed to avoid getting bit in this fight. I don't know how I managed to do that, but well, I did it. I was actually prepared to get bit because I was going to show what happens if you do get bit, but I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me, I suppose. Turns out just acting squirrely's the way. And that's right, Dale Gribbles, my spirit guide. Fight me. Oh well. We have the moon crest and didn't even get bit. If I would have gotten bit, based on all the things I've done up to this point, the order at which I've played, Jill would have passed out in the hall, and Barry would have saved me by taking me to the serum room. There is a chance, based on how you do things, if you've gone another way, that Barry will not be there to save you if you get bit, so you have to run all the way to the room yourself, and that's timed, obviously. So, but it didn't matter. I didn't get to show that oddly shot scene. I don't know. There's camera work involved. It's not really filmed or shot, but it's oddly done. We'll say it like that. The scene is oddly done. He just kind of... Jill passes out, and he just kind of shows up, and you see his foot, and then the camera just fades, and you're just suddenly in the room, and he's not there anymore. And it's implied that it was Barry, and that's the only person who it would have been. Oh well, we have the moon crest. Let's go organize the inventory, and I once again won't cut that out. But we're done with the mansion for now. We won't be back until after the next section of the game, the guardhouse. And the laboratory, which is under the guardhouse for some reason, but you'll see that, and I'll talk about that more when we get there. For now, I'm gonna try and kill time because I didn't cut here and just leave a note saying that I organized. I obviously could do that right now, but I've started talking, and so I'm not going to. Alright, have a good day, everybody. See you later. Bye.